Hello, Clarendon Church. Greetings in the name of the Lord. We are the staff of the church and we love you. Instead of pulling an April Fool's prank on April 1st, we decided it would be good to share a fun fact about each of us with you, just a good way of getting to know your staff a little bit better. As we share, I encourage you to think about what fun fact you would share if you were participating in this call. So now let's begin. Each person will say their name and then tell us a fun fact about themselves.
Hi, church. I'm Nilce, and one thing you may not know about me is that I used to be a newspaper reporter, and I did that for 5 years, and now here I am.
Hi, church. It's Tanya. My fun fact is that I do wood burning art in my whatever spare time I have, and so I have some examples. So that's one, and that's two, and that's a big one. 3. So that's my fun fact.
Hi, church. It's Lisa. My fun fact today is that I have been keeping a diary since I was 9 years old. So I thought I might show you the back of one of mine. It has a very important message from 1985 in case anyone wanted to get into my diary. I have lots and lots of notebooks and lots of ways to go back and see what I was like. That's my fun fact.
Allá, Carlos, mi pasatiempo es leer libros sobre espiritualidad. Los quiero mucho y les deseo lo mejor, que todos estemos unidos en oración para vencer esta pandemia que tenemos en el mundo entero. Todos unidos podemos vencer. Con Dios todo es posible. Los quiero.
So Carlos likes to read books about spirituality during his free time, and he's saying that he loves you, he misses you a lot, and let's stay together, let's love one another, and we're gonna get through these difficult times that we're living in.
So I'm next, and my fun fact has to do with my one brief experience in the acting world. Now, mind you, I was still pastoring a church. It won't surprise you that this is when I was the assistant pastor of the church in Glasgow, Scotland, where I served for a couple of years when I was in my 20s. And this is a picture of me as Maleficent the Witch. They cast me only in one role. They didn't even try me out for any other role. They all wanted me to play Maleficent the Witch in the Christmas pantomime show, a very special kind of British comedy show. And so it was very funny. And the show was Sing a Song of Sixpence, and I was Maleficent, the mean old witch. At the end, the children were really scared because the witch, was scary, and she died at the end and, was pushed into a fire or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but the kids were all scared, and people said to their children, "Don't worry, it was just Miss McNeil." And then they looked worried and they said, "Oh, but she died." So afterward, I had to go out and show them that I was just fine, and I took off my long fingers, those finger extensions, to prove to them that I was really Miss McNeil, and my maiden name, of course, and that I was just fine, and that I wasn't such a bad-tempered fairy or witch after all. So that's my fun fact.
Hey, Clarendon peeps, Fran here. I miss making music with you. My fun fact is that I like to relax at the end of the day, which is usually very late at night, playing Stardew Valley, but I'm a terrible Fisher person. So if you have any tips, let me know.
Hey, Clarendon, Mark here. I thought I'd share a fun fact from my past. I'm holding up a photo, and in this picture, if you look closely, you can see me right here. riding in a float in a parade. Now this float, if you see, is a great big hammer. That's a hammer that I built completely from scratch for the 175th anniversary of the town of Worcester, Ohio. Now the goofy thing about that day is it was a Sunday in June, and I played a church service that morning, rode in the parade in the afternoon, and that evening played the organ for a premiere of the reconstruction of Bach's St. Mark Passion by the man that was professor emeritus at the college, Richard T. Gore. So this is just to show that even though you always see me behind the organ console, I can do some other strange things as well. I miss you all.
Hi, Clarendon. This is Julie here. Fun fact about me is when I was fresh out of grad school, I was controller for a coal mining company in Kansas. A lot of people didn't know that there's coal in Kansas, but in the very southeast corner, there's a lot of coal. They took about a third of this country's coal out of there during World War I. So I got to be controller for a coal mining company. And I miss everybody, and I'm glad to see you in this manner.
Hey, Clarendon, how you doing? Chef Sean here. I not only cook for you and pork steam, but I also have a pretty cool talent. I have what you would call, I guess, a movie voice. One man, Jesus, he's the only one that I would live for.
I think that pretty well wraps it up, doesn't it? Well, we all send you blessings. We want you to know that we are working hard for you and for Jesus, even though we're no longer in the church building. If you have any concerns or needs or just want to talk, feel free to contact any one of us. Stay in, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. We love you all. Mwah.